Have you watched someone parking in an accessible spot, but they're not using a wheelchair? Have you wondered if they really have a disability? Has someone ever shared with you about their illness or disability and you can't see the symptoms? And you might think, or actually say to them, "You don't look sick." Well, these situations and many others like them often end in disbelief, prejudice, isolation, and loneliness. Wayne and Sherri Connell founded the Invisible Disabilities Association for these very reasons over 20 years ago. They wanted to provide education, encouragement, and connection to the millions who are touched by illness, pain, and disability around the globe. IDA is treating the deeper roots of problems in society, not just specific diseases, but the perceptions and misconceptions and deep-seated notions of what it means to live daily with an invisible disability or to care for someone who does. Everyone has a story, a friend, a family member, a coworker, maybe even yourself. Here are some of their stories.
I had great plans for my life. I was extremely active, goal-oriented person. I was just always on the go. And none of those plans included being sick. I was also having bouts with paralysis, and they didn't know why. Then at 27 years old, all of a sudden, one side went totally paralyzed. The next thing I know, I was paralyzed from the ribs down. Eventually, after being in the hospital for a week, they diagnosed me with multiple sclerosis.
The world changed. I was in an auto accident, and the accident, I was unconscious, I was injured, and my memory was fading away. I discovered that I had a brain injury as a result of the accident.
Initially, I was interested in invisible disabilities because I believed my music could help others that are struggling with invisible disabilities. And then, about 4 years ago, my daughter was diagnosed with a rare heart condition which would be considered an invisible disability.
I was born blind in my left eye, and you can't tell because it's hemi-blindness. People would get angry, people would make fun of me. And you don't think that it gets to you, but then it starts to get to you.
I can't even take care of my daily needs. I can barely get a shower or wash my hair. It takes me days to wash my hair and get it combed out.
No one can imagine living alone with a brain injury. You don't know if the dishes are done. You don't know if you're taking a bath. You don't know how to dress. You don't know because you don't remember. If you know me, you see me, you don't think that I have this thing going on in my head that I'm constantly battling.
And the hardest part is, people didn't get it. People would say, "But you look fine. What's the problem?" People need to see it to believe it. And that is the hardest part.
And I was this happy, positive, outgoing, life-loving kid, and then every day being told that I'm fat, that I'm emo, that I'm goth, that I'm ugly, it gets in your head. It really starts to get to you. And I would go to my mirror every day in my room, and slowly this person, this Cassandra Perkins that I loved, just disappeared. And
one of the most insensitive things I think that I got from a principal and also a teacher was that your daughter looks fine. She looks great. And I get it from people on Facebook, to which in my head I'm replying like, "Yeah, right, you can see that the blood's pooling in her legs and that her heart isn't working correct, right?"
Oh no! One day I realized I have an invisible disability. It's invisible. People can't see it. And I was so excited because it just completely wrapped around the description of what I was going through.
I think if we give people a platform and give people a safe place to talk about these things, they're going to be more willing to open up and know that they can make connections.
I have some place to go, some people to talk to. When I'm starting to get frustrated or I had a bad day, I can pick up the phone and call. And that's very important because up until recently, I was by myself.
There's days where people feel really good, there's days where people feel really bad, but they know that they can come to this social media platform and be able to connect through that.
And the Invisible Disabilities Association shows people the mountain so that they can see our perseverance and how hard we fight. I feel supported. And I feel like I have an organization that's fighting for me.
Here's why I love Invisible Disabilities, because there's so many aspects of the spectrum. There's helping the caregiver, there's helping the person who's going through it, as well as helping people who are just outside family or friends, how to help that person, how to say the right things, what to do.
So what I drawers? So what? My clothes don't match. It's my disability. Get over it. I'm here, and I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to hide anymore. I'm here.
Wow, those stories were amazing, and many of you have a story. Maybe it's a story of illness and pain, but really what it is a story of people not believing you. And we want to believe you. We want to understand that just because we can't see the illness or the pain, that doesn't mean it's not real. So at Invisible Disabilities, we believe you. We want to acknowledge the difficulties you're going through because we know you're the expert who's living with the illness and the pain and disability. We want to be your voice, and we want you to join us in that. We want you to join us in sharing those stories, and we want you to be that voice as well along with us. So please go to invisiblenomore.com. That's invisiblenomore.com, because let's together envision a world where people living with illness, pain, and disability will be invisible no more.